to a series of movie reviews called My Favorite Movies, where I'll be reviewing some of my favorite movies and stuff like that. So, anyway, last movie reviews and stuff like that. I think my last movie review was the Emoji Movie, but my previous movie review was movies from all my other favorite movies and stuff like that. But today we're going to be reviewing a black and white movie, a classic masterpiece that never gets old. It was released in 1957, 12 Angry Men. So this movie is basically about these 12 men that are held in this one room to discuss something that happened. So apparently this 18-year-old boy supposedly killed and stabbed his father in the chest with a pocket knife and stuff like that. And these 12 people are trying to find out if he's guilty or not guilty. And if he's guilty, they're going to send him in the electric chair. And the 11 people in the room say that he's guilty. However, one person in the room states that there might be reasonable doubt. This movie's perfect. Like, what else is there to say? It's amazing. And the first time I saw it, I was blown away by this movie. The writing in this movie is so clever. This entire movie takes place in this one room. I was slapped to my seat. I really did enjoy this experience. This 12 Angry Men is one of my all-time favorite movies. And it's probably my favorite black and white movie. And just like a lot of movies that I've seen, the cinematography and the direction in this movie is absolutely riveting. Sidney Lumet, I think that's how you say the director's name. I might have missaid his name. I'm sorry, sir. But Sidney Lumet's direction in this movie is fantastic. There are shots in this movie where he'll go, and they're like from the beginning of the movie too. Like when the characters start to enter the room, and then the camera paves from one character to the next character, and we basically get introduced to all of the characters in this film, and we get to see these characters get fleshed out. It's really brilliant directing. And this movie has some of the greatest writing I have ever seen in a movie. The arguments that are written in this movie between the 12 men in this room are so riveting. I was completely shocked. I instantly fell in love with this movie just 30 minutes in. 30 minutes in, I already knew I was in for a treat. That's how great the writing is in this movie. And just so you know, if you haven't seen a black and white movie, which I'm not going to judge you if you haven't seen a black and white movie, but if you haven't, make this be the first black and white movie you ever seen. It's definitely one of the best. This has to be in my top 10 movies of all time list and stuff like that. And I might make another list of that, by the way, because my other list I felt was not really too relevant, so I might make another list of that. 12 Angry Men is definitely one of my all-time favorite movies. And just so you know, if you guys haven't seen 12 Angry Men, I'm going to get into a little spoilers, so if you haven't seen it, just go see the movie and then come back to this review, okay? So, another thing that I love about this movie, that I absolutely love, is when Henry Fonda explains that the women who witnessed the murder was looking out the window as she woke up, and the trains were moving past the window and stuff like that. I think that's what happened. And then she said she saw the killing happen through her window and stuff like that. But then Henry Fonda explains that there was these marks on her nose because she wears glasses and stuff like that. So there's possible chance that she wasn't wearing glasses when she saw the killing. And then this movie gets so intense because of how mysterious it is. You don't know if this kid's guilty. You don't know if he's not guilty. And this movie holds some of the greatest acting performances I have ever seen. I was blown away by everyone in this movie. There was not a single actor that was bad. Everyone was amazing. Everyone was flawless. I love every single character. I mean, and you can watch this movie today in 2018. Even if you already watched it, you can rewatch it and almost find that it doesn't really feel like a 50s movie, even though it's black and white and it came out in the 50s, but you don't have people talking like, hey, right? Like, you just don't have, like, people talking in that kind of, like, accent and stuff like that. It doesn't really feel like that. It's just, but it's still such an amazing movie. And one of the most suspenseful scenes that got me in this movie was when Henry Fonda was walking in the bathroom, I think, and yeah, was walking in the bathroom, and one of the men walked in there, and he explained, yeah, bet you that kid really did knife his father. What if he did? Oh crap. Like, what if he did? Like, seriously. Like, because this entire movie is a mystery, and it always keeps you guessing. You don't know if this kid's guilty or not. And you have to watch the rest of the movie. And the rest of this movie is... I'm not going to spoil anything. If you haven't seen this movie, you gotta see it. You gotta see it. In my opinion, the best actor in this movie is Joseph Sweeney. When he defends... when he starts to defend Henry Fonda and stuff like that because of his reasons on why this kid must be guilty, it's a fantastic performance. And Lee J. Cobb is absolutely mind-blowing in this movie. I really do love Lee J. Cobb as an actor. I think he's really great in general as an actor. He's amazing in this movie. And some people might joke, but seriously, Lee J. Cobb is terrific in this movie. Everyone was terrific in this movie. One of the best parts about this movie is near the beginning, when you see the 12 men walking in the room, and you see the kid, the 18-year-old boy, the expression on his face, and you immediately feel in your head, something's not right. Something's not right. You feel sympathy in your mind and stuff like that. And the score that plays in this movie, when the cast members show up on the screen and stuff like that, it's so beautiful. They don't make movies like this anymore. They don't make movies like this anymore. And I really want them to make movies like this more often. Movies like this really need to be made, and movies like 12 Angry Men need to be seen by at least everyone. 12 Angry Men is actually one of the few films that I will call perfect. It's amazing. It's flawless. You just can't. You can't find anything wrong with it. It's amazing. It's a classic, and it has stood the test of time. And I know some of my viewers who watch my videos might not be fans of black and white movies, but like I said, give this movie a try. You might love it. And this movie might get you into watching black and white movies. The best part about this movie is I will watch it year to year to year and never get bored of it. As a matter of fact, I will watch it year to year to year and get inspired by it once again. The first time I watched it, I got inspired by it. I was highly inspired by how well made this movie was. 12 Angry Men is a masterpiece movie. It's one of the best out there. Literally, it's one of the best. It is one of the best movies. It's one of the best movies. You just can't argue with that. It's so flawless. The actors are phenomenal. The story is very clever and it's very well written. And it's one of my all-time favorite movies. Definitely on my top 10 movies of all time list. It's such a great movie. If you guys haven't seen a black and white movie, make this be the first movie. And guys, if you haven't seen 12 Angry Men, you gotta see it. You gotta see it. You just gotta see it. 12 Angry Men, of course, gets an A+. So guys, stay tuned for more movie reviews for my series of my favorite movies of all time. For my next part of this series, I'm going to be reviewing Pulp Fiction, The Shawshank Redemption, 2001 Space Odyssey, Ghostbusters, Space Jam. Yeah, I bet you didn't expect that. But yeah. Stay tuned for all those movie reviews. But the next movie review that I'll be doing is actually a movie review of Annihilation. I just saw that movie last week, and I'm going to be reviewing the movie. I just want you guys to watch the movie review. Please watch it. Even if you haven't seen the movie, please watch this movie review, because I think it's going to be a very relevant movie review. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I am MarioFan520, and I will see you next time. Peace out.